Sunday, January 30, 2022. I'm Lights Camera Jackson and welcome to LCJ Live. Hope you're doing well. If you're on the East Coast, wow, I saw Boston got 2 feet of snow. That is crazy. And I know some movie theaters closed on the East Coast because of the nor'easter that came by. Where I am in upstate New York, just about maybe 2.5, 3 inches of snow-ish. But hope you're staying safe and doing well. Maybe you stayed at home this weekend. You're staying at home watching movies and TV shows at home. I watched a few yesterday, a couple of movies. One of them being Home Team, which is now on Netflix. The Kevin James comedy, sports comedy where he plays Sean Payton is not good, guys and gals. It is not a good film. What's up? Whoa, Mondo. Cool. Thanks for being here on LCJ Live. Also watched The Worst Person in the World last night. This is coming out this week from Neon. It's a nominee for the Best Foreign Language Film Critics' Choice Award. Could be an Oscar nominee. Overall, I gotta say I'm a little disappointed by The Worst Person in the World. I thought it was gonna be more special. It's a very ordinary film. It's got some decent performances within it. It gets very heavy in the second half. So everybody who says it's a romantic comedy is completely wrong in this case. It is not a comedy. There's nothing funny about watching people go through so much pain and turmoil, especially in the second half of the film. Worst Person in the World, okay, not amazing. I wish it was better. Let's get to the box office, then I'll tell you a little bit about Moonfall, which I've seen, and some of the other big movies and shows that are debuting this week. Spider-Man is number one again with $11 million. Of course, this was supposed to be the weekend Sony released Morbius, but they have decided to move it to April 1st because I truly believe Jared Leto wants that Oscar nomination for House of Gucci, and this is Oscar nominee voting weekend. And so he didn't want Morbius, either negative reviews or box office, whatever was going to happen with that, distracting everyone from the fact that, look, Jared Leto's in this movie House of Gucci with this performance that's already been nominated from several awards organizations. He wants to get back on that Oscar ballot. He won Best Supporting Actor for Dallas Buyers Club back in 2014. He almost got nominated for The Little Things last year, but couldn't quite get there, so he wants it this time. And so that's why I believe Morbius moved. It is no coincidence that you go from debuting the movie on Oscar nominee voting weekend to the Friday after the Oscar show. If he gets nominated and wants to try to win, he does not want Morbius as a distraction, whether it's a good film or a bad film in this case, which is what I'm thinking. So that's my thoughts on that. DJ Rachopo, I watched Encanto last night and thought it was pretty good. Yeah, the music is one of the highlights of Encanto for sure, along with the visuals with what Disney has done. And we'll see where that goes with the awards nominations. And Jared Leto as well. We've got the BAFTA nominations on Thursday. Oscar nominee voting ends this Tuesday. And the nominations for the Academy Awards are Tuesday, February 8th. I've got my predictions of which films and performances I think will be nominated for Best Picture, Best Director as well, the 4 acting categories, and original song. If you want that little video presentation, go to youtube.com/lightscamerajackson. Tree of Life. Can you give your thoughts on Moonfall? And I see my buddy Jason Black has joined as well. I can't fully give complete thoughts on Moonfall because we are embargoed until Thursday, but what I will say is this. You may have seen the trailer, you may know the premise of Moonfall and how insane and wild the premise is. Even with that, Moonfall ended up being a different movie than I expected it was going to be in several aspects. It is 2 hours and 10 minutes long. I was at a pretty packed showing. There were about 100 people at this free screening of Moonfall that I attended the other night, and everybody was wearing masks or they were eating during the movie. Very much wanted to get out of the cold because it was about 5 degrees outside. To be in a movie theater to see a free movie for a couple of hours. And it was a hot crowd. It was good to be back in that environment safely. Obviously, you know, if people don't feel comfortable still going to a movie right now, that's your choice, that's fine. But supporting the movie theaters and that theatrical experience for a movie like this kind of makes sense. So I'll have more of my thoughts on Moonfall later this week. We are embargoed until midday Thursday. Your weekend box office results, Spider-Man number one, $11 million. Then Scream with 7.4 and Sing 2 with 4.8 million. Obviously, next weekend, Jackass Forever and Moonfall are going to top the box office. Both of them, I think, will beat Spider-Man. Moonfall should do at least $10 million, if not more. And Jackass, it just depends on how many people want to go see it right away. is the fandom going to come out? Some of the Jackass movies opened in the 30s, the 40s, the $50 million mark, I think, for Jackass 3D about 12 years ago. So we'll see how Jackass does. I have not seen it yet, but I'm looking forward to checking it out later this week. Redeeming Love and The Kingsman round out your top 5 to 355. American Underdog coming in 6th and 7th. Rounding out your top 10, Ghostbusters Afterlife, which is about $350,000 away from passing the 2016 Ghostbusters reboot, which is a goal that Sony has. They want to pass that mark, just like they had Venom 2 pass the Venom 1 box office mark the other day. So Ghostbusters came in 8th. 9th went to Licorice Pizza, which is at about $12 million, and West Side Story rounds out your top 10. That Best Picture contender is at $36 million at the box office. Spider-Man at $736 million. Sing 2 doing well as well, 135. Scream is at 62. In limited release expansion this weekend, Nightmare Alley got to be in black and white. I called this. I called it the night I saw Nightmare Alley on December 1st. I said, gosh, this has such a film noir vibe to it. Why is the movie not in black and white? And now it's finally in black and white, and people can see it in that. So I called it on December 1st. You could check my social media and my review of the movie for that proof. So Nightmare Alley added another $500,000. It's at 10.4. It's going to be on HBO this Saturday night at 8 o'clock coming up. So if you want to see it in the theaters, you can. But if you want to stay at home and wait to see Nightmare Alley, which you'll probably get several Oscar nominations, though it doesn't deserve many, you can wait to Saturday night to watch it on HBO. Limited release expansion for Parallel Mothers, about $312,000. It's at $1 million. Penelope Cruz is my alternate choice for being on the Best Actress Oscar ballot. I think she's got a chance, but hasn't done incredibly well this award season so far with getting that nomination, because it's been a very competitive year for the Best Actress category. So we will see. I won't be stunned if she gets in. I won't be stunned if she doesn't get in. It's a fine performance. It's not an amazing performance, but she could be a Best Actress nominee. Clean opened to $165,000. Not a great film. Mike Sargent and I review Clean and Flee on the latest episode of the Too Fast, Two Films podcast. You can go to toofast2films.com right now after today's LCJ Live to check out our reviews of Clean and Flee, which is hoping to get several Oscar nominations. Animated feature, documentary feature, international feature. Heck, it deserves to be in the Best Picture category, but we'll see how it does. Sundown opened in, I think, 6 theaters, $24,000. I think that's the weekend gross for it. A GameStop documentary, $80,000. Drive My Car expanded with $103,000. So some of these smaller awards contenders are getting out there and making a little bit of money. The Beatles concert documentary from Disney is going to be in IMAX theaters today. I don't know if they're going to try to throw it in the weekend box office top 10 or not, depending on how it does. I don't see it doing more than $614,000, but I guess we won't quite know maybe until tomorrow. I know Dune also had an expansion this weekend, but it doesn't look like it reached the top 10. And House of Gucci as well, and we will see. I'm going to the Beatles right now, says Jason Black. Oh, good. Have fun. Have fun, man, going to the Beatles. And let me know how the crowd is, and maybe we'll see if it actually does get into the weekend box office top 10. Very good. So, as I mentioned, Jackass and Moonfall this week. Also for television, Pam and Tommy. I have watched all 8 episodes of this new Hulu miniseries. Lily James as Pamela Anderson, Sebastian Stan as Tommy Lee. They are both very good. They go all in with their performances. But the best performance in the show, and the best performance of his career, from Seth Rogen as Rand Gauthier, the guy who stole the tape. And he's so good because we get so many layers to his character. He handles various situations really well. It is the best work Seth Rogen has ever done on Pam and Tommy. Also, Nick Offerman is in it, and some other surprise cast members I won't give away, but it's worth your time. Is it perfect? No, it's not perfect. There are some episodes that are better than others. Craig Gillespie, who did the brilliant I, Tonya and the less successful Cruella film, is one of the masterminds behind this Pam and Tommy miniseries. He directs the first 3 episodes, which have the most style to them. You get hooked based on the 3 episodes. Because Craig Gillespie, he also brings in his I, Tonya editor, and they give you that vibe and style for sure to suck you in. Episodes 4, 5, 6, and 7, they're good. Feature some excellent performances, some interesting scenes. Not as strong and memorable of a punch. Final episode's fairly satisfying. And I will say this, they have this comedian Adam Ray doing Jay Leno. Not a great impression of Jay Leno, and he doesn't look very good either. So, I don't know. They kind of missed the mark with Jay Leno showing up in a couple episodes. But other than that, I'm impressed with Pam and Tommy. It will absolutely receive Emmy nominations later this year and go through the next award season for the main actors involved for the show, some of the technical aspects, the writing, the directing, absolutely for Pam and Tommy. Patch Zone 1, thanks for being here on LCJ Live. I've got my friends the Angry Birds here with me because you can watch Angry Birds Summer Madness now on Netflix. I talked with the two guys behind that, lcj.podbean.com. Check out that LCJ Q&A podcast episode. Also, while you're there, if you watch the new Ice Age movie on Disney Plus this weekend, I talked with the director and producer of that. So 2 new LCJ Q&A podcast episodes. And this week, a new one coming on Thursday with the makers of the new Disney Junior animated series and Disney Channel series, Alice's Wonderland Bakery. 70 years after the release of Alice in Wonderland, we get her great-granddaughter, who's a baker, and new Wonderland characters, but also the Cheshire Cat is back, and some others in this fantastical world for families. So, new podcast episode and AnimationScoop.com Q&A for Alice's Wonderland Bakery coming on Thursday. As I mentioned the other day, as we're in the middle of this Oscar voting period for the nominees, which ends on Tuesday, I have interviewed the makers of all 15 animated short films vying for those 5 slots for the Best Animated Short Film Oscar category. If you want to read all of them, including many of them I did just in the last couple of weeks, go to AnimationScoop.com. I wish all of them the best of luck. We will see what happens, which 5 get in to that coveted Oscar category. And I'll have some coverage later this week when the BAFTA nominations come out on Thursday. So, what movies have you watched? Did you watch Home Team? What other films did you stay at home or watch? Book of Love is on Amazon Prime Video this Friday. I have seen it. Sam Claflin. It's got some strong elements to it. It's okay. It's not amazing, but it's got a unique concept, because I watched this a couple weeks ago. It's got definitely a unique concept to it. Where it goes from there, not always perfect, but Book of Love, if you're in the rom-com mood, Amazon Prime Video's got your choice for this coming weekend, for this Valentine's Day, with Book of Love, which premieres this week. Sundown expands to more locations, including around here in upstate New York. And as I mentioned, Pam and Tommy and Jackass and Moonfall. So it's a big week for entertainment, and next week will certainly be a big week for entertainment. When we're back here next Sunday at 12 p.m. Eastern on LCJ Live, we'll get into the BAFTA nominations a little bit, how Jackass Forever and Moonfall did at the box office, and we will preview and get more in depth on which films and performances and directors could be nominated for the Academy Awards this year. Those nominations next Tuesday, the 8th. Wow, it's exciting. It's getting to be that time of year where we're really getting to it with the award shows and all that momentum. It's still going to go on to the end of March, but we're really getting there. Yeah, we got about 2 months to go till the Oscars. All right, for more, go to Twitter at LCJ Reviews, Instagram at LightsCamJackson, YouTube.com/LightsCameraJackson, those LCJ Q&As at lcj.podbean.com, and the website lights-camera-jackson.com. You can read my full review of Pam and Tommy right there. You want to get more in-depth thoughts on the 8 episodes. I think the first 3 are premiering this week, and then it's going to be 1 a week. It's either 2 or 3. 1 a week to March 9. That's when the finale of Pam and Tommy will be. Some of the episodes are longer than others. I was surprised that some of the episodes in the middle are only about 31, 32 minutes long. Others are 50 minutes, close to an hour. So definitely a wide range of lengths for the episodes of Pam and Tommy. I'm Lights Camera Jackson. Stay safe, stay well, stay positive. Support your movie theaters safely if you can. And I will see you next Sunday for LCJ Live. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.